sometimes the secondary characters in a lot of TV shows, not a lot, but some TV shows be better than the main character, which is crazy to say sometimes, but sometimes the secondary character be hilarious and it's like, why aren't you the main character? Or sometimes the main character's cool, but you get your best laugh when the secondary character comes into play. So today we're going to look at some shows where we're going to determine if, hey, you should be a second character, or, oh, I see why you're a secondary character. Or are they deserving of a main character spot, pretty much? I hope I said that right. I'm not editing that out. It's realness around here. So make sure you like and sub up if you want to see more. Check out my other cartoon related stuff on my page. And we're going to get started, man. But like I said, some of these secondary characters, we're going to see which shows deserve to be second and, main character. We're going to start with Rigby. Rigby, does he have the chops to be a main character? I think he does. First off, regular show is hilarious, y'all. I'm not going to lie. Like, that's one of the shows where I kept up with throughout every season. Now, I can't tell you everything off the top of my head, but I did keep up with it. Like Adventure Time, I kind of fell off with it after the last few seasons, but I still kept up to date with it. Regular show, I actually watched it fully through. Rigby, now Mordecai, he goes through real life girl problems. I guess you could say they both the main character, but not really. Mordecai's the main character. Come on, but Mordecai is like when you getting real about girl problems. He's the reasonable quotation marks guy, and he gets you through your not feelings, but like he shows you the realness of a girl. Rigby, bro, he goes through real life situation, going back to school, graduating, liking his girl, and I think in the beginning he really didn't like Eileen, but like going through all that, doing all like I feel like his story is better than Mordecai. Mordecai was like, oh, I'm sad, my girl left me, which is like understandable. A lot of people go through that, so that's why I say he's that side. But Rigby, he definitely had the chops to be the main character. I'm not gonna lie. His story was like a little bit more interesting, like especially towards the later part of the season where they gave him a little bit more character. I can't believe I said that. I'm not even one of those people to like try hard on a cartoon like that, but I said it. Shoot, we're here. But I feel like Rigby definitely in regular show could have taken over as the main character. And like I said, Rigby and Mordecai are basically main characters, but come on. We know Mordecai is really the main character. Or maybe y'all think Rigby is the main character. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Rigby was already the main character and I'm just tripping? Or it took a little while for Rigby to become the main character? I feel like he could have took over in more roles and all that, especially with, like I said, with his story. But like I said, let me know what y'all think. Rigby, for regular show, definitely had the chops to be the main character, if he wasn't already. I mean, that's on, let me know. Next one we got is Mabel from Gravity Falls. Now, Gravity Falls, again, another goated show. If you haven't watched it, if you thought, when did this come out? 2014, 13, 12? Ah, no way it was 2011. That seemed too far back. But around that era, 2012, 2014 era, if you thought you was too old to watch cartoons or whatever, change your mind. Go back, go watch Gravity Falls real quick, man. It was a pretty good show. But as far as like, obviously Dipper was the main character. There's no like, this isn't a regular show Rigby and Mordecai type. Like Dipper was the main character. You could say Mabel too, because she was there too, but I feel like Dipper had more story beats and all of that, if you get what I'm saying. And again, I can't believe I said that because I'm not even a tryhard like that when it comes to cartoons. But anyway, so obviously you know my answer. Does Mabel deserve to be a secondary character? Yes. Mabel is a good secondary character. I don't think, now I'm not saying they could switch roles, but it's like Mabel's that comic relief where like she doesn't care, but she cares. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all, if you watch Gravity Falls, you know what I'm saying. So for that, she's a great secondary character. You can cut to her. She can like be comic relief and all that, and she plays her role. That sounds crazy. Plays her role really well. You know what I mean? So I feel like Dipper being the main character, especially with that subplot of him wanting to. Didn't he originally want to figure out the stuff with the book and all of that? Oh yeah. Mabel didn't even care about that. She cared, but she only cared because of Dipper. Oh nah. Yeah, Dipper. The more I talk about this, Dipper definitely deserves to be the main character. Maybe Grunkle Stan could have been there, but nah. I mean, Grunkle Stan did have that. Nah, Dipper. Dipper deserves to be the main character, man. His story's more interesting. He went through that with Wendy, which is still crazy. Didn't she get exposed for being like underage or something like that recently? I don't know. It depends when you see this video. Was she always underage? I don't know, man. But anyway, yeah, Dipper deserves to be the main character. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all think it should have been Mabel? And I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Nah, I'm playing. Next, we got Darwin from The Amazing World of Gumball. And This gotta count. No way, y'all not about to gaslight me, even though I just gaslighted myself almost. That definitely counts as a secondary. Darwin, bro, it's literally called the Amazing World of Gumball. Oh no, I almost gaslighted myself and nah, Darwin's a secondary character. Anyway, Darwin, he's he ah mm, he's good as a secondary character. He reminds me of Mabel in a way like he's comedic relief, where it's like he doesn't care but he does care. And then Gumball, I guess, is the same way, which is why they're brothers and they work well. But I feel like Gumball gives more main character energy, and I don't know what that really means. But you could just tell. I mean, maybe it's because they throw it in my face, Amazing World of Gumball. But I feel like Darwin being a secondary character works for him, especially in the early seasons. He was like this cute level. He still is, but I feel like later in the season he got a little bit more like on Gumball's level. I guess sticking with him and stuff like that. If you understand what I'm saying. But he was just a lovable dude and blah blah blah. And Gumball, he takes charge of everything. He does what he needs to do. He's the one coming. They even had an episode about it where like I think they made Darwin try to make Darwin the main character, but he couldn't even handle it. Oh, that just debunked everything. Oh yeah, they literally had an episode where I don't know if he wanted to take control. I just remembered he wanted to take control, but he couldn't handle it or he was making bad decisions. Oh yeah, wrap this up. That just debunked everything. Yeah, Gumball's clearly the main character, and he deserves to be the main character. I'm not saying Gumball would have failed. The Amazing World of Darwin, didn't they make that something? I might be tripping. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Darwin has what it takes, especially this later in the season, to be like main character, or like Gumball's just stay the main character? Y'all let me know in the comments because I am curious to see what y'all think. Next one we got is might be a sleeper, like the Looney Tunes Show, specifically the Looney Tunes Show and Daffy Duck. Bro, this might be the best. Maybe I'm just young and not super old because Looney Tunes been out since like TV was black and white, and people could only see in black and white. That's how long Looney Tunes been out. And Daffy Duck, bro, in the Looney Tunes Show, if you haven't seen the Looney Tunes Show, go watch it. But the Looney Tunes Show might be the best iteration, well, however that word is, of the Looney Tunes. This was hilarious. I've said this before, my memory's trash. I can go back every like 2 to 3 years and watch this over again and not really remember what happened. Because it really don't got a story, but it do, but it don't. But Daffy Duck, he deserves to be main character, bro. His scenes are hilarious. I don't know who was playing Daffy Duck at this time. I don't know what type of, steroids they were on, but they made Daffy Duck in this kind of hilarious. There were times where to some people, I guess he could have been annoying, but he was hilarious to me. Now, Bugs is obviously going to be the main character for obvious reasons. Like I said, he's been around since the black and white days. They all have, but Bugs has always been the main character. But 100% Daffy could have took over main character for this show. I'm not talking about over Looney Tunes in general, but for this show specifically, Daffy Duck could have 100% took over as the main character. If you've seen this show, you know how funny Daffy is. And the comedic timing that they got with Daffy. Bro, Bugs is funny too. Like I said, secondary character doesn't mean like you're bad, but it's just like sometimes you could be better than the main character, for real. Like, I'm serious. And this is one of those instances where I was like, yeah, Daffy Duck. Making this video, I was like, oh yeah, Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes Show. Bugs can keep Looney Tunes overall, but when it comes to the Looney Tunes Show, man, you got to give that to Daffy Duck. I'm telling you, if you have not watched it, might be the funniest secondary character on this whole list. I'm not even lying, y'all. And that's going to do it for my list, man. Let me know if I missed any. I most likely missed some because I only did 4 shows. But, let me know what y'all think. Make sure you like and sub up if you made it this far. If you enjoy my style of videos, like I said, I just keep it real on my videos. Ain't really no script or nothing. I just be yapping. But, it's a good yap. So if you enjoy these type of things where, you keep it real, leave a comment. I'll respond to it if you made it this far. Let me know if you made it this far. Because, man, and those are my people that I think are secondary, that deserve the main character, and some of them didn't. Well, I say Mabel didn't deserve it, and Darwin didn't deserve it. Didn't deserve it is a strong word, but the Gumball and Dipper deserved to be the main characters over them. And then Daffy and Rigby, they could have been main characters, but I don't know how people would have perceived that. But I feel like I'm yapping. This is the end of the video, y'all. If you made it this far, I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping. But like I said, make sure you like and sub up, man. And man, I'll catch y'all next time. Make sure you check out my other cartoon stuff, man, and we're gonna keep going with this. Let's get up there.